Previously on MasterChef Canada. Thousands of home cooks came out from all across the country.
I'm from Montreal.
I'm from Toronto.
Halifax. Vancouver, British Columbia.
Only the best 16 earned a spot in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
My dreams are in this box.
Come again! Week after week, wow, they faced extreme challenges.
The stakes are so high when it's somebody's wedding.
They cooked with rare ingredients.
Periwinkles, truffles.
I've never seen one. I've never tasted one.
It's hot in here.
Serving up stunning triumphs.
You think like a chef, and you're cooking like a chef.
And devastating setbacks.
That's the packing paper. It's a bit of a train wreck.
So far, 9 home cooks have been eliminated. Now, 7 remain, and tonight, their quest continues for $100,000 and a life-changing title.
I've never wanted anything so bad in my whole life.
I'm in the top 7 because I know how to compete and survive elimination.
Even though Tammy's gone now, I need to focus because I'm not just cooking for me. I've got to bring it and kill it for both of us.
Welcome back. The MasterChef Canada kitchen is always full of surprises. And today, it's no different.
We don't have even numbers for a team challenge. The judges got a little twinkle in their eye. We have no idea what's going on.
Surprise number 1, none of you will be cooking in this next challenge.
Today, 3 eliminated home cooks will be returning to the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Each one of us has invited back a home cook who we feel deserves another shot at the MasterChef Canada title.
This sucks. I can't believe they get another chance.
I'm already considered the underdog. I don't need any more competition here.
Please head up to the gallery. The home cook that I have asked back plated sexy, sophisticated dishes. Like me, he likes to impress the ladies. Welcome back, Cody.
I do not want to see Cody Carey in the house because Cody thinks he knows everything.
It really doesn't matter what the other home cooks are thinking about me right now. These chefs see something in me, and I'm here to prove them right.
The home cook who I've invited back is very skilled and very passionate. They had a hard time getting the ideas from their head onto the plate. But if they can learn to manage their time, the results will be extraordinary. Allow me to reintroduce you to Kevin.
Kevin has some awesome ideas. He's dangerous.
I'm so honored that Chef Michael Bonaccini wants me back into this competition. It gives me all the more reason to put my head down and just go for it.
The home cook who I've chosen to invite back went home on a challenge that didn't play to his strengths. And it cost this competition a serious contender.
We've got Kevin and Cody, and last but not least, dun dun dun!
Andrew.
Brilliant.
Of the 3 down there, Andrew is really the one to beat. I'm not too surprised that he's back.
The other home cooks better be scared that I'm back because I'm taking over.
Oh, boy.
All 3 of you are here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to win back this.
The coveted white apron. The home cook who wins this apron will instantly earn a spot in the top 8 and a second shot at the life-changing MasterChef Canada title.
I want the white apron. I deserve the white apron. I'm gonna fight for the white apron. Second chances do not come around very often. I need this white apron for my redemption.
Are you ready to cook your hearts out? The star of this challenge is the egg.
It's so easy to mess up an egg. It seems like an easy protein, but it's not.
One of the trademarks of a great cook is the ability to fully understand and master this essential ingredient. And for me, that skill is highlighted in a perfectly shaped, fluffy, and delicious 3-egg omelet. Will prove to me that you have the skills to get back in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
I respect Claudio's opinion, but I think there's a much more technically challenging dish. A perfectly poached egg.
Poached egg, my egg of choice.
Knowing the right moment to stop the cook on a poached egg, it's the ultimate test of skill and instinct. Perfect.
I want to see a beautiful, soft-boiled egg. It's the hardest technique to pull off because you can't see inside the shell. And when you crack into it, the gorgeous yolk simply oozes out.
You will need exactly 5 eggs to complete this challenge. And that's all the eggs you're gonna get.
And just in case that's not enough pressure, you will have to make all 3 of these egg dishes in 8 minutes.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Please head to your stations. You'll find everything you need in front of you.
This is insane. I have no idea who's gonna win this. I'm just happy to be up here.
The home cook who does the best job with all 3 egg dishes will win back a spot in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Cody and Kevin are 2 of the best cooks that were in the top 16. I'm cooking against the people I would never want to cook against.
Your time starts now!
As a cook, I've changed a lot. My hands are much more steady.
At any point in time, someone can do something that's gonna just ruin their dish. I just have to put my nose down, put out these eggs.
An omelet, a perfectly poached egg, and the beautiful soft-boiled egg in 8 minutes flat.
First thing I'm doing is getting 2 pots of water on boil. This is a test of multitasking. You have to be looking at 3 different egg applications all at once. This is exciting.
Remember, they only have 5 eggs. They cannot make any mistakes whatsoever. Michael, what's a perfect soft-boiled egg?
Room temperature egg. Water that's brought up to a roaring boil, turned down, then with a spoon just gently lower that egg into it, and then it's timing from there on in.
I have a hard time keeping it simple, so cooking eggs, I'd rather cook what lays the eggs.
The trick with making an omelet perfectly, you have the fry pan on medium heat with a little bit of whole butter and a little bit of olive oil.
Kevin is a little bit of a slowpoke on this. He doesn't have the same speed and agility that Andrew has.
Omelets are always on the menu at Andrew's house. I make omelets weekly.
And Cody, he keeps looking at the clock. He is super sensitive about his time management because that has let him down time and time again.
1 minute goes by like 1 second. You blink and half the challenge is gone.
5 minutes!
Cody's working on his omelet.
I get my omelet in the pan, and immediately I know the pan is too hot. I've got brown on my omelet. This could cost me my second chance.
My omelet comes out and it looks good. I should have enough time to poach my egg. I don't see a problem doing a poached egg, because I do that a lot.
Poached egg, I think, is the most difficult to do. You gotta get that water not rapidly boiling, simmering. And then you gotta create that vortex. And then, of course, the critical splash of vinegar. When it's finished, the egg yolk has to be oozing, and the egg white has to be firm. 3 minutes!
I'm standing there, I've got lots of time left. I go to crack my poached egg. Ah, no, don't you.
What's he doing?
I crack my yolk. I don't have eggs left at this point.
Oh my God.
Kevin's poach is a mess.
Don't give up yet, Kevin.
I'm hoping that things aren't going well for Andrew and Cody either.
Just give me the apron now because I got this.
Oh, he's gonna drop it. Andrew's gonna drop it.
Out of those 3, my biggest threat is Andrew. Is Cody or Kevin gonna step up so he's not here?
Cody can't keep his hands still.
I've never seen his hands shake so much.
Cody!
30 seconds!
They put the soft-boiled egg into the cold water to stop the cooking instantly.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Put it in.
2, 1. Hands up!
Good job, boys.
Please bring your dishes up for tasting.
I'm looking down at my 3 egg dishes. Definitely not happy with my poached egg. I'm just hoping that that omelet could be my redemption.
You like pepper, don't you?
Yeah, I think I get that from my dad.
So I'm looking for a moist, almost undercooked inside. The outside is set very nicely. It's nice and moist on the inside. Might be a little bit too moist.
Okay.
It's actually very good. Thank you. There's a lot of color happening here. Looks like you had your heat on the pan a little bit too high. What do you think?
I knew that I had left it on the heat a little bit too long for the outside, but...
It's nice and moist. It's a good omelet.
Thank you, Chef.
Look at this. If this were a steak, it would be a perfect medium rare. Some people might say it's a little too runny, but this is what you want in a classic omelet with French technique. It's delicious. That takes a lot of skill.
If Andrew comes back, I'm a bit scared because he's a good cook and he might actually take this.
Hi, Cody.
Chef Alvin?
What do I expect to see when I cut into this?
You should see the white set and firm, and the yolk should run freely. It should be smooth and velvety.
Well, the yolk is perfect.
Thank you, Chef.
The white, I think you nailed it. Well done.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Yes, Chef.
What have we here?
You have absolutely destroyed poached egg. Broke the yolk on it.
That is an example of probably the worst looking poached egg. I'm afraid the yolk is firm all the way through, and the white, it's all over the place. Yeah. It's not your lucky day. Andrew, from the visual aspect, you did a very good job because the shape is beautiful. It's one of the most attractive poached egg I've seen before cutting in. There's some runniness, but just not enough. Overall, the appearance, beautiful, just slightly overcooked.
You know, I'm looking down, trying to figure out whose eggs look the best. They all got 1 or 2 strong ones, but at this point, it's anyone's game.
Kevin.
Yes, Chef.
How are your soft-boiled eggs?
I've never done one before.
You're kidding me.
No, sir.
Let's find out. I want a beautifully cooked egg white, and then in the center, liquid gold.
Please, please.
Absolutely beautiful. The consistency of it, well done.
Thank you, Chef. So 1 perfect egg, 1 okay egg, and 1 real bad one. Hey, there's still a chance. You never know.
Andrew, there's a lot riding on this egg, isn't there?
Is there ever?
Looks good. There's a little bit of the egg yolk there on the inside edge. You see it there? And you have the same happening right here. You see?
Yes.
Which indicates to me a few seconds too long, maybe. Thank you, Andrew. Cody, well, let's take a look, shall we? Gorgeous. That's like the morning sunrise right there. Maybe just a little hair under there on the egg white, but just maybe seconds. Well done, Cody.
At this stage, it comes down to whether you're over or undercooked by 10 seconds. The line is that fine.
Gentlemen, we need a few moments to discuss. That was a tough challenge. The timing, unbelievable, huh?
Nice looking egg.
I think there was a few standout dishes. What do you guys think?
I
felt there was one perfect soft-boiled egg. It's very close, you know.
Whatever happens, guys. That was fun.
Winning today is going to come down to a matter of seconds. Okay, let's go.
You all had to master 3 different egg dishes. The good news is, you all excelled in at least one application. The best omelet of the bunch belonged to Andrew.
Cody.
Yes, chef.
You had the best poached egg.
Thank you, chef.
And Kevin, the best soft-boiled egg was made by you.
Thank you, chef.
Unfortunately, Kevin, you were unable to master the other 2 egg dishes. And for that, we have no choice but to wish you goodbye for a second time.
Thank you very much for the second chance. Even though I didn't get the white apron today, Chef Michael Bonaccini calling me back, and that meant everything to me. That was awesome. Good luck.
Andrew and Cody, please come up here to the front.
If Andrew goes home, I have a better chance of winning this competition.
I don't know if I want Cody back. He gets a little pompous, but he is also a strong contender.
Cody and Andrew, you both did an admirable job. But in the end, victory came down to a single egg in several crucial seconds.
The home cook who displayed the best timing, instinct, and technique was Cody.
Cody!
Andrew, you're a very talented and driven cook, and you've proven it once again today. Thank you, and goodbye.
I'm leaving here with the same drive that I left here with the first time. But I know my boy Cody is going to give them a run for their money, and he may even take it home.
Congratulations, Cody.
Woo! I'm back, and I'm gonna win the MasterChef Canada title, so all you people better watch out. Can't get rid of me that easy.
Not too psyched that Cody's back. Despite being young, he knows a lot about food and he's really good at cooking.
There are now 8 of you left, but don't get too comfortable.
In just a few minutes, we'll be asking one home cook to join us in the pantry to decide what you all will be cooking in today's elimination challenge. And the person who gets to choose who that home cook will be is Cody.
For winning your apron back today, we're gonna let you choose which one of these 7 home cooks joins us in the pantry. But Cody, before you decide, think carefully. The person you choose won't just get to choose what you and everyone else will have to cook. They will also get to sit this challenge out safe in the gallery.
So, Cody, which home cook are you gonna give those enormous advantages?
That is an extremely tough choice, but on this occasion, I select David to go back in the pantry.
Gee, why? Armchair David. We call him Armchair David for a reason, because he's always in the gallery and he's never cooking.
My best shot at having the best dish in this elimination challenge is to put David in the gallery.
David, do you think that's a smart choice?
I think it's a great choice.
Now is my time to shine, and I'm not going to be outshone by David.
Okay, David, please follow us into the pantry. The rest of you, go to your stations.
David will now get to choose which ingredients or dish the home cooks will be working with.
David, this is your 3rd time here in the MasterChef Canada pantry. How does it feel?
It was unexpected, so it feels really good.
Under these cloches are 3 dishes, each representing an important step in our culinary journeys.
At one point in time, our success as professional chefs rested on mastering these 3 dishes. And in order for your fellow cooks to move forward in this competition, they will have to master one of them too. The dish I'm about to show you was a big lesson for me. I first encountered it in a dingy little restaurant in Thailand. The flavors I tasted changed my culinary life forever. A mouth-watering bowl of tom yum soup. This delicious hot and sour soup requires a complex layering of some of the world's most flavorful and delicate herbs and spices.
Your second option is a dish I first encountered as a teenager when I worked pushing a dim sum cart in Toronto's Chinatown. I needed to master it completely before I can successfully reinvent it for my own restaurant. Delicious taro root dumplings. It's one of the most difficult dim sum dishes to perfect. The trick here is texture and technique.
Your third and final option is a recipe that was developed by my mentor and legendary chef, Anton Mosiman. An exquisite sea scallop mousse. Replicating this silky seafood creation demands flawless technique, texture, and consistency. I can't emphasize how difficult this is to make. I tried many, many times and failed in the early years. Which of the home cooks do you think would have difficulty replicating any one of these dishes?
I think Jennifer would have difficulty with all these dishes. It would be tricky for her.
Who do you think would have less trouble?
I think Christopher could knock these all out.
Christopher is emerging as a real contender for you.
Absolutely.
So are you thinking, when you come to strategy, about the strongest competitors?
Let's get the strong ones out.
David, which one of our 3 master dishes are you going to choose for the other home cooks to replicate?
The dish I choose is...
In the pantry, we presented David with 3 different world-class dishes, each one representing a milestone in our culinary successes.
They are dishes we needed to master to get to where we are today.
I'm worried about what's under the cloche, but I'm ready for anything.
Are you ready to find out which dish David chose for you?
Yes, chef.
My sea scallop mousse. What I'm looking for in the perfect sea scallop mousse is a balance of taste and texture. A light, delicate, fluffy mousse with a perfectly creamy texture to it.
I don't get a mousse. Why would you do that to real food? Why don't you just throw it on the grill?
Please come up to taste this dish you need to produce for the elimination challenge.
I don't know mousse textures. I need to nail that taste. I've made a lot of mousses before. I know the general principles behind making it. You just gotta add some scallop now.
I've never even made a dessert mousse, so I just hope I can make it look and taste exactly like Chef Michael's.
Okay, thank you. It's time to step down to the front.
What you're about to replicate is the dish that defined Michael's success. And today, it will define success or failure for each one of you.
This is the first dish that Michael Bonaccini mastered. This has to be perfect.
You have 7 minutes to shop for everything you need in the pantry. Are you ready?
Yes, chef.
Your time starts now.
I am trying to make sure that I have all of the ingredients I'm pretty sure I need. Oh, he's alive! Oh my gosh.
White wine, fish stock, cream, good. Scallops, heavy cream.
I'm walking out of the pantry and I realize, as I see everybody's baskets, I forgot my eggs. The eggs are the critical component in a mousse. I can't make mousse if I don't have the eggs.
What's wrong with Jennifer?
I need a minute.
Jennifer, what's going on?
Oh, I'm just having a bit of a panic attack. I'll be okay.
This is not a time now to give up hope. Nerves, pressure can get the best of anyone. It's coming up.
Thank you. Oh.
That's it. There you go. Keep an eye on the clock.
Absolutely.
And put out the absolutely best dish you could possibly put together.
Okay.
That's all you can ask of yourself.
Thanks, Chef.
What's going on, Michael? Oh, boy. Jennifer has forgotten her eggs.
Jennifer, she's probably gonna end up with scallop soup.
You will have 45 minutes to replicate Michael's stunning sea scallop mousse.
Your time starts now.
So David chose my sea scallop mousse to challenge the rest of the home cooks. I think that was a wise choice because it is a very tricky and technically difficult thing to do. It is about taking a beautiful sea scallop, still respecting the flavors of it, but transforming it into this delightful, delectable, delicious, soft mousse.
You see, the scallop here, you can't overwork it. Once you overwork it and gets too warm, your mousse is done. It it's going to just fall as you bake it.
This is not really my style of cooking. I don't know. I've never done a mousse before, right?
Let's get an egg white in there.
Now they're starting to add their egg whites to the mousse, which will not only help bind, but it also helps lighten the mousse.
Now, Michael, Jennifer doesn't have any eggs. Is it possible to recover from that misstep?
It's a tough one to recover from. So she's got to be able to find that sweet point and do the absolute best she can.
I need to figure out some sort of way that I'm going to bind together this sea scallop mousse. So we're going to get creative today. I happen to have flour that I grabbed from the pantry and butter, so I'm going to make a roux and just pray it dissolves enough so that the judges cannot taste flour in my sea scallop mousse.
I'm truly being surprised with Jennifer. She had a total meltdown, and then she's still persevering.
Lynn.
Yes, chef.
I see you've got some wonderful fish stock on here.
And my lobster should be ready in about 3 minutes.
No overcooked lobster for me.
Yes, sir.
Who do you think is going to have a really difficult challenge with this cook?
Michael. He was asking me, how do you make a cream sauce?
Did you give him any advice?
There's only 7 of us left, so I just as soon not be the most helpful person right now.
I'll let you carry on.
Thank you. The mousse is coming together. Then I start inserting my lobster, and I make sure that the pieces are small enough that it'll be delicate cut into it.
I want nice, hefty chunks of lobster that you can really sink your teeth into. Go big or go home. Again.
Everything is going perfectly to plan. I got my timing right.
Hopefully the mousse cooks in time.
Cody, Chef Alvin, this is something that you've done often?
I don't make a practice of doing things like scallop mousse, but it is very French. Uses a lot of cream, and it's right in my wheelhouse.
You put David up there.
I did.
And he did this to you?
He did.
Are you happy?
I'm thinking I might thank him later.
I have a lot of confidence in you. Do not disappoint me.
Thank you, Chef.
So the sauce is as important as any component on this particular dish. What I'm looking for is obviously taste, thickness, the shine, and the overall amount of sauce on the dish. If they over-reduce the fish stock, it can make the sauce turn a little yellow in color. I want a nice white sauce.
Whew. I hope and pray that that mousse cooks properly down there.
Sabrina has just put her ramekin into the oven now, and there's less than 11 minutes left on the clock. That is too tight for comfort. Michael is trying to take the lobster claw out of the shell, but he seems to be struggling with it.
5 minutes, you have 5 minutes left.
When I look in the oven and there's no plastic wrap on the ramekins, I guess it burnt off. I didn't get that steam trap to cook the mousse properly, and it's a big deal. So I just have to go with it.
John's making me really nervous right now. This is a really refined dish, and I'm not sure he can make it through this one.
My biggest concern is the doneness of my mousse. I might be a minute off.
1 minute! You have 1 minute left! Come on, 1 minute!
The lobster's cooked.
If they're not plating now, they're in trouble.
They are, yeah.
It's perfect. Yes.
Moment of truth.
Wow.
So I check my mousse. It looks right to me. Hopefully it tastes okay.
I'm down to the wire.
30 seconds! Come on! 30 seconds left!
My mousse comes out of the ramekin. It's flat. Does not look anywhere close to Chef Michael's.
Man, you can see the disappointment in Michael's face right now.
It did not set. The only thing I could do is put this lobster on top of it, a couple chives, and hope for the best.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up! Woo!
My dish is finished. I'm really happy with the way it turned out.
We're now going to taste all 7 of your dishes.
Lynn, please bring up your scallop mousse.
First time doing a mousse?
Yes, chef.
At first glance, I think it's a great replication. I see the lobster in the mousse. And you've you've done a great job with respecting the ingredients. But the color of the sauce is a little more off-white than I had asked for. Whilst it has a nice, smooth consistency to it, I do find it just a little more firm than I would have liked. And that may be because you didn't add enough cream to it, or maybe it was just overcooked a hair. But from a taste perspective, spot on. Great job.
Thank you, Chef.
John, please bring up your dish.
You can tell that it didn't set long enough in the ramekin.
When I took it out, the plastic that was around the ramekin was burnt off. So right there, it just didn't steam it.
I think you over-whipped it. I think that was a mistake. And then when you have the friction of the blades hitting the delicate meat of the scallop, you add heat to it, and the scallops don't really relate to that.
Damn.
Very nice deshelling of the lobster claw. Unfortunately, I can't see any bits of lobster in there. Did you add the lobster in?
Yes, added the whole tail in the mixture.
Well, I can hardly taste it. Did you remove the cartilage?
I thought I got part of it out.
I didn't know what you got out. You want me to eat it?
Most definitely not.
So that's another error. I'm surprised because, you know, I see you improving, I see you getting away from the beef, but unfortunately for this dish, it's not your best work.
Jennifer, please bring up your sea scallop mousse. At the beginning of this cook, you were in pieces. How are you feeling now?
A lot better, and thank you for calming me down. I honestly didn't think I'd be able to recover from it.
So you forgot your eggs.
Yes, I did.
What did you do to turn this around?
I kind of made a bit of a roux. I tried to incorporate that into the scallops when I was whipping it.
I think it was a very ingenious idea, but will it deliver the lighter texture? Jennifer? It did work. It is surprisingly light, moist. I really don't get the taste of any of that starchiness from the roux. It is a tad more dense than I would have liked, but the seasoning is spot on. The lobster is delicious. A lesson to everyone in resourcefulness and creativity. Because this, as a replication, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Please go back to your station.
I don't think Jennifer's a threat to me in this competition. I do believe, however, that some people don't take her as seriously as they should. She just doesn't give up.
Sabrina, please bring us your dish. A little light on the sauce. Not as clean demolding.
I just wish my ramekin could have set for 1 minute before I had to plate it.
It looks like it's just cooked through from what I can tell visually. For me, has a good depth of flavor. In terms of its presentation, it's not the pretty little dish that I was hoping to see. I don't think it's your best, but it's got great flavor. Very good.
Christopher, please bring up your mousse. In terms of color and presentation, spot on. The sauce looks a bit sparse and very thin. But other than that, that looks like a perfect replication. Lobster, perfectly cooked, nice hunk so I can really put my teeth into it. The mousse, smooth and silk, velvety. Taste, seasoning, perfect, and I can taste the scallops as well, which is very important. Good job. Please go back to your station.
Thank you, Chef. Christopher's such a force. He's coming big time on my heels.
Cody, you're up next. At first glance, it looks a bit heavy-handed. So you have the sauce over top of everything, starting to cross into that bechamel territory.
Yes, Chef.
Not a beurre blanc, which is a very light wine sauce with a little bit of cream. This looks very heavy. The mousse, though, looks like you achieved that really well. It's pretty tough, though. How big is a lobster in here?
Maybe quite the chunk of lobster in there, Chef.
That's a bit of a problem. That's a big chunk of lobster to go in a tiny little flan. That's not very elegant, is it?
No, Chef.
You cook your way back in, you might be cooking your way back out.
How could I have possibly let this happen? It's got a taste bang on. That's my only hope.
You definitely achieved a creamy texture. That's only half the battle. The scallop flavor that we're looking for isn't there for me. The cream is taking over.
Okay.
Please go back to your station.
Michael, please bring up your dish. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty horrible. I want to apologize to you for disrespecting your signature dish.
You know, this was a replication challenge, and whilst there is a mousse on the plate with a lobster on it, it's a ways away from the original. You know, the seasoning is very good. The consistency, very smooth. Where you may have gone wrong is maybe adding a little bit too much cream, and there just wasn't enough protein to hold the structure up the way it should. It's an easy mistake to make, one that I've made many times, trying to replicate and perfect this dish. Not your best efforts. Please go on back to your station.
We've tasted all your dishes, and now we need a few moments to discuss.
There were some dishes there that I think looked very close to the replication and tasted close.
The people that I thought were going to perform really well didn't, and the people that I thought were going to fail rose up to this new level.
No one was perfect. Pretty close ones there.
Before we announce the best dish of the night, we want to call your attention to a home cook who displayed great tenacity in the face of an overwhelming setback. That home cook is Jennifer.
I've spent too many years at the bottom of the food chain. Time for this little star to shine.
The best dish of the night was made by a home cook that continues to adapt to whatever it is that we throw at them. Christopher, that home cook is you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Chef. Back-to-back wins, 2 elimination challenges in a row. If I play my cards right, I'll be Canada's next MasterChef.
On the other hand, there were 3 dishes that failed on a number of levels.
Please step forward. Michael.
Cody.
Jon.
3 strong and motivated home cooks stand before us, but we have to send at least one of you home.
Michael, please step forward. Tonight, in this replication challenge, you plated the worst looking dish. Fortunately for you, the flavor of your mousse saved you. Please go back to your station.
Wow. Cody, you just came back to this competition, and we were hoping that you'd be able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you deserve to be here. You didn't do that tonight.
I just cooked my way back into this competition, but right now I could be going home.
Jon, tonight you faced technical challenges that defeated your best efforts.
I need to stay alive. I just need this mousse to keep me in for another day.
We have no choice but to eliminate the person who made the worst dish. And tonight, the worst dish was made by Jon.
Cody, you're safe, but just by the skin of your teeth. Please head back to your station.
Thank you, Chef.
Jon, anyone in this kitchen who dismissed you as the meat guy or the jock were blindsided by what you brought to this competition. Your will to win and calm under pressure are awe-inspiring. Please come on up and say goodbye.
My goal was to win. I'm disappointed, but it's hard to even put into words how much I've got out of this. And how much I've grown.
Rich, full, bright, and you've proven you can cook a great dessert.
I don't know how you do these little dainty things so well. Keep surprising me with those big hands.
I was getting more confident by the day.
You are now the cook to beat in this competition.
Perfect. Just seeing this dish, it'd be like, wow, he's definitely one of the front runners.
I'm just inspired to just work harder. You get knocked down sometimes, it's how you get back up.
Jon! Before you go, who will be Canada's next MasterChef?
It's gotta be Sabrina. She wants it, she's got it. Love you guys.
Next time, the top 7 cook along with a world-renowned chef.
Our very own Claudio Aprile.
Mr. Claudio himself is cooking with us. This is awesome.
Switch! And a tag team challenge.
We gotta get stuff on that plate.
Coming as fast as I can, David.
Knocks down a top contender.
Oh,
Man down.
Oh, my knee.
I don't know how they're gonna pull this off.